Hey guys, it's John here with the Folklore Scrolls
And Goose.
and today we're going to be looking at a few things here from the SCP Foundation and a few other links we got pulled up here about some pretty crazy creatures. Some may know them as aliens, but I like to call them Uncle Bob. Anyways there, Goose, what do you think about this one called SCP-088?
Uncle Bob?
It's not really that, like...
Your uncle?
Well, when I was a kid, there was this guy. I didn't really know him too well, but he was really tall, really skinny. Reminds me of myself a lot today. And I called him Uncle Bob, and nobody else could see him.
A wacky story.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, right.
Crazy.
Moving on. Today we're looking at, let's see, SCP-088.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is this?
It looks like it's an object class safe.
Oh, it's safe. That's good.
Mm-hmm. And it's got a picture here before we read any further. It looks like some kind of sloth in a cage.
Looks like a mummified, weird, creepy lizard sloth on cloth in a case.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, so this description is a humanoid with reptilian features, which appears to have been mummified in a languid posture. However, SCP-088 is merely in a state of hibernation for which it may recover if it is again exposed to a more hospitable environment than its current containment. Research has indicated that SCP-088 is approximately 6,000 years old and is capable of secreting a variety of hazardous biological compounds from its mouth and hands. What? And some of these substances could be of great strategic value if replicated, but until a means to extract them without awakening them is found, research in this area is on hold. That's pretty crazy. So 088 was recovered with the mummified remains of 23 beings sharing a similar morphology. However, none of these beings were alive, and examines suggest that they were originally human.
What?
Information obtained on these agents of E088-3 and E088-7 and their subsequent mutation due to SCP-088 exposure corroborates this theory.
Okay, so humans got mutated by the chemicals it produced.
That's crazy. So he's like an acid guy. He's like from the movie Aliens.
Acid? I don't think acid.
Right? Then
It was hazardous materials.
Well, I guess I just assumed it was acid.
Hazardous biological compounds.
Mm-hmm.
And their subsequent mutation.
All right, then. So maybe like some kind of radiation kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps?
Let's see. It was recovered in 1930 blank with...
Oh, that could either be from 1 to 9.
Or 0. Forgot the 0.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just going to say it's 0.
I count so well.
Because it's the one you didn't say. From a subterranean complex below Los Angeles, California. The site was originally discovered by a name I can't read, but we'll just call him
Was that George Washington?
GWS.
Yeah. Again, if people are just tuning in, on this SCP Foundation, they have a lot of this data, redacted or expunged. And so we're just going to try to fill in the blanks as we go. Right.
Recovered by George Washington using a device called the radio X-ray.
He was totally alive in 1930.
When was he alive?
Like 1800s?
All right, then his son, Gregory Washington.
Maybe it was 1900. I can't really remember.
George Washington.
Yeah.
Which is a little more, his X-ray was a little more than a mechanical dowsing rod. While
radio X-ray.
While George's methods were dubious, his discovery was not. After mapping a series of tunnels and gold deposits below the city, George declared that he had found the lost city of the lizard people as described in the legends of the Arizona's Hopi tribe. George's claims went as far as to be featured on the front page of the Los Angeles Times, January 29th, 1934. Well, now we know it's after 1934, so they just kind of...
Yeah, you might have been right with that 1930 there, Goose.
That's
perhaps.
Right. No, that means I'm wrong. All
right, so in 19...
It would have been after 34. Because this is before he discovered it.
Okay.
Think about that.
So we're anywhere from 34 to 39 before he was silenced. The subterranean complex was not nearly as extensive as described in legend, and most of the artifacts recovered within were too corroded to provide significant information, save for a long message carved into the rock wall of an unfinished tunnel for a partial translation of this text See document 088-14. Containment breach overview. In more than 70 years of containment, SCP-088 has only roused from its state of hibernation twice, breaching containment with a caustic fluid that dissolves most minerals and metals. See, I thought it was acid. I don't know why.
We don't know for sure.
I mean, it says caustic, so that's, pretty close to acidic, I guess you would say.
Yeah, but because you're not a scientist, I can refute you.
I am a doctor. Each time multiple personnel were exposed to a second compound with 088 uses to propagate itself, affected personnel underwent a painful mutation, after which they shared physical characteristics of 088. Those few who received a large dosage of the compound administered directly via mouth-to-mouth contact. Oh, snap. We're getting steamy up in here there, Goose.
It's a little too steamy for me.
Were changed the fastest and subsequently sacrificed themselves to protect 088 from harm. What? 088 has demonstrated the ability to produce potent neurotoxins in liquid from gaseous forms.
Liquid and gaseous forms.
Oh, wow. To combat a containment personnel. Wow.
So it converted people to lizard slaves.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, with the kiss of life.
I wonder if they play the Go Ahead and Kiss the Girl song. While it's happening.
The Disney one.
Or the Little Mermaid.
I thought you were going to say they play Spin the Bottle.
Or Space Jam.
Did they do that in Space Jam?
I don't know. It's been a while.
No one kissed in Space. Oh, no, wait. Bugs Bunny kissed in Space Jam. He
Yeah.
had the big cartoon kiss.
That's when a whole bunch of class of people came up known as furs. I think it was spurred from that moment.
No, it was way before that. But no, what happened is Bugs Bunny kisses Michael Jordan, and then Michael Jordan mutates into a giant lizard monster.
I thought he kissed the girl bunny. And didn't she turn into one of those monster NBA people?
I don't think so. Oh, she kissed Bugs Bunny on the cheek or something.
I think we're getting a little bit off topic.
It's getting a little steamy. Let me just take off my shirt.
Oh, no.
No?
No, let's not do that.
Let's not. All right.
I'll give you about $5 to keep it on.
That hurts. That hurts. Here, just put me down here. All right, but I'll do it for you because I want the $5. Thank you. I'm gonna use that to buy, and that's all I gotta say. Containment during the second breach was achieved by isolating SCP-088 and affected personnel in the facility and lowering the temperature. Oh, we isolated them and lowered the temperature. Affected personnel built a pedestal from discarded equipment, upon which SCP-088 took a recumbent position before slipping back into hibernation. The mutated personnel were neutralized at this point, and SCP-088 was returned to containment. The current strategy of lower temperature and non-metallic containment has been successful in keeping him isolated. He's reclassified as safe status on November 19 blankety blank.
I'm going to say 1940.
I'm going to say 1980.
There's a little bit of gap there. Now, I got to say I'm a little bit alien to all of this. And that's just a good segue into what we have up here next. And that is, are UFOs and aliens real? And I gotta say there, Goose, this is from the National Geographic, and I thought this was pretty interesting information.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, take me through it.
Okay, so it seems that all Apollo and Gemini flights were followed, both at a distance and sometimes also quite closely, by space vehicles of extraterrestrial origin. Flying saucers, or UFOs, if you want to call them by that name, every time it occurred, astronauts informed Mission Control, who then ordered absolute silence. Former Chief of NASA Communication Systems, Maurice Chatanel, our ancestors came from outer space, 1979.
That's a quote.
Mm-hmm.
Quote from Chief of NASA Communication Systems.
Maurice.
Chatelaine.
That's what I said. Chatelaine.
Chatelaine.
Mm-hmm.
Chatty Lane. Anyway, legends and artifacts dating back thousands of years have ignited man's imagination for decades to centuries with theories of ancient astronauts and alien beings from other planets. Sightings of UFOs, or unidentified flying objects of varying sizes, shapes, and other characteristics, have been recorded around the world for hundreds of years, possibly thousands, in popular TV shows. It is claimed that sky people are purportedly recorded as having brought advanced culture to the hominids who have lived on this planet.
Oh, 1 second there, Goose.
Yes?
We gotta special guest and on the show.
Oh.
Jim the janitor. Apparently, he's from the SCP Foundation. He's here to talk a little bit more about 088.
Jim, get in here.
Oh, yeah, what's going on there, boys?
Jim, why'd you lie to me, Jim? I thought you were just the janitor.
Well, I gotta tell you, I didn't want to tell you this, but I really like the money, and the SCP Foundation, they pay a lot of money there, and I gotta tell you, there's a lot of crazy animals, a lot of crazy creatures.
Jim, why would you break the silence and risk all the money loss to be produced live on a podcast, Jim?
Well, I can't believe that. First of all, you used my real name. I told you I told you I didn't want my real name up here. And now they're going to come after me. But this is worth it. So the 088, he's like a special friend of mine. And we had special times together. Not like you're thinking. No, we just like to hold hands. He's just like my E.T. in that movie that you seen with the E.T.
Jim, that's very sweet, but we've moved on. Mm-hmm. We're past 088.
Yeah, we're talking about noticed UFOs. That I don't have my hand anymore. I had to cut it off. It's kind of getting morphed. But it was worth it. He had very soft hands.
Jim, you haven't been doing your job cleaning very well.
Well, I got one hand, you see.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, before you bring the wrath of the government, I think we're going to have to let you go.
I don't work for you. I work for the SCP Foundation. I'm trying to come over here. I'm trying to give you information. And you're just shooting me down. I don't feel like I'm being appreciated.
John, where'd you find this guy? Where'd you get this guy?
I gotta tell you, I found him down by the street. He was holding up a sign saying, I worked at SCP. We'll tell stories for $10. And,
you paid this guy $10?
Yeah, I gave him $10.
And that's where.
Thank you very much for that. I got myself a sub. They don't sell them for $5 anymore. They sell them for not. Anyway, I'll get off topic. 088. I had a mop in there a few times, and it's so hard to mop with the floor so cold. But I got myself a vending machine in there. Some say it's SCP. But I get my Doritos from there, and I'm just fine. I mean, look at me. I'm the peak of health.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
I don't like to disclose my age. I'm at least 20.
Oh, God. John, this guy doesn't look 20. He looks like 80.
Well, they got some pretty crazy things going on there at SCP Foundation. I mean, he could have been aged. You never know. You got to believe him. I believe him. Look at him.
He kind of smells.
You have to look in the left eye, not the right.
Oh God! What is he doing? Oh God! John, can we get this guy out of here?
Hey, this couch is pretty delicious. Have you tried this? Hey, no. I got to leave. I got to ask you to leave.
Don't.
I didn't get around to tell you about SCP-001.
God, spill it.
Oh God! They shot him.
What? Oh.
Hey guys, we didn't do anything, and they're taking them.
It's crazy. Oh.
Okay, they just took away. Anyways, yeah, we'll cut it out. Okay.
Can I take a second to just get my head on right quick, because I just got a man murdered in front of me.
I mean, it wasn't too bad, I gotta say. I've seen quite a few Call of Duty games. He'll be responding soon.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
So where were we?
Best
$10 I spent, by the way.
Really? That's the best $10? Not like a nice dinner? I feel it would have been more satisfying than...
We got an actual person for the SCP. I mean, look, they came in here, they took him out. I mean, why would they have taken him out if he wasn't,
I mean, you're right. That basically proves he's crazy, at least.